badsecretmedia.com.
I hate Bad Secret Media.
Hey there, gamers. Welcome to the Secret Levels podcast. On this week's episode, hide your eggs and get ready to throw them. And don't forget about that crying little bitch.
I'm player one, Baby Toby.
And I am player two, Baby Bowser Goobs.
And we do a retro video game review show where we talk about some of the classics and some of the not so classics.
Yeah, we definitely do that.
We go over the history, the gameplay, some fun facts, and then we rate it at the end.
Then we go right to the rage meter. Like, do you want to put hand sanitizer in your fucking eyes? 'Cause that would be a lot of rage, man.
Ouch,
And
that would
or
make me rage.
butthole. And put it in your butthole, too.
Ooh, you'd have a clean butthole, though.
You would.
Speaking of clean buttholes, we have a player three.
That actually, like, that's Berg personified poop jokes. You know,
Here comes a new challenger!
I was going to say, you pretty much, that is a great introduction. Player three is me, Berg the Unshaven.
All right. So we have a fun episode, a long episode to talk about to make up for our short episode last week, Goobs.
yeah, yeah, we feel bad about that one. But it's an episode.
Yeah, so we decided to play a really long game that Berg picked.
Yeah, we're having some friends on this month. It's like a friend month.
It's like all the April Fools are coming on this month.
Yeah, you
All
could
the
say that it's
fools.
April Fool's month.
I'll take that moniker.
So, Berg, what game did you pick for us this go around?
We're playing one of my favorite video games of all time, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
Yes, this is.
I got quite excited when you picked this game. I'm like, yeah, I can go fuck with that.
I was super excited, and then I was playing it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is one of the longest games on Super Nintendo, like a platformer wise.
Yeah, the levels they are long, but we will talk about that.
Yeah.
Should we crack an egg into the?
There's no yolks about it, Toby. It's time for story time with Toby.
No, not story time. We need details.
Shit.
You were close.
God damn it. Fuck you, Berg and Toby. Let's jump right into the deeds. The yoke's on me, I guess, eh, boys?
There it is. So this game was released in North America in October 1995. It was developed by Nintendo EAD, which I don't know what that is. I didn't look too much into that.
That's one of their internal development teams that developed a lot of the Mario games.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, I thought it was eating ass and dick.
Well, I mean, it has to stand for something.
They just want it to be family friendly, so they say EAD.
Of course. Yeah.
We all know what it means.
Especially
Nintendo.
90s Nintendo. There was like lots of censorship, so.
Yeah.
Now they're just very open about it.
So it was also published by Nintendo, obviously, and this was released on the Super Nintendo.
Now you're playing with power, superpower.
And there was also a Game Boy Advance re-release in 2002 with a few minor changes from what I could tell. And it was also released on the Nintendo 3DS Virtual Console in 2011, the Wii U Virtual Console in 2014, and it was a part of the Super Nintendo Classic in 2017. And right now, as of 2019 anyways, it has been available on the Switch, on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, I thought you said like as of right now in 2019. I'm like, dude, it's 2020.
Well, I meant like as of 2019. Fuck you. But yeah, it's on there currently, and it's been on there since 2019. So go play it, is what I'm saying.
Yes, please, go do it right now. I mean, listen to the episode, then go do it.
Yeah, listen to this. And
Oh, no, go play the game first, then do it. 'Cause then it'll make more sense.
yeah,
That's
I guess
true.
so.
Or do it either way, and then listen to us again. More listens.
So this is a single-player platformer, and Goobs, Berg, there is a story.
Ooh.
Finally. It's time for story time with Toby.
Oh, please tell me a story there.
This game takes place long ago. A stork who was in a hurry was carrying a pair of twins to be delivered to their parents. An evil little wizard guy named Kamek? Is that his name?
Yep.
Kamek?
I've always said Kamek, but I also heard Kamek, so I don't know. Whatever. It's
Yeah.
close enough.
Kamek, this little wizard
Better
guy.
than the
Kamek.
Echidna.
Kamek the Echidna.
Anyways, he came out of nowhere and yelled, "These babies are mine!" and snatched them up. Unfortunately, he dropped one. And
You have a
it
fucking
fell.
white van?
A white broom. He was riding a little white broom.
It said free candy and pacifiers?
Hey there, little babies. I got candy in here.
Anyways, Kamek made his escape, got back to the Koopa Kingdom, and he realized he only had one of the twins. So, he told all his minions in the Koopa Kingdom to go find the other baby. And luckily for this little baby Mario, he fell safely on Yoshi's back.
Surprised the dinosaur didn't eat him right away. Just turned him into an egg. No. End of story.
Yeah, how was Yoshi to know?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, their brains are small, right? Dinosaurs?
Well, all these little different Yoshis gather to decide what they're going to do with this baby. And the baby starts to point in a certain direction towards his brother, apparently. So now, apparently, the Yoshis know what to do, and they're going to take him back to his twin brother.
Oh, maybe they can speak baby.
I don't know. That's the story.
And they say, not the mama.
Like, I was reading the story, and I was like, really? This is the story? Like, Mario just points, and he's like...
So Mario was Jesus. No, he's not Jesus. He's like the people going towards the North Star.
He's one of the wise men.
Yes. But he has a bunch of fucking
wise guys.
dinosaurs.
The wise guys. So, this game should take you about 8 hours to beat. Now, speedrun.com has a 100% speedrun set by Suka_GHD of 2 hours and 22 minutes and 14 seconds.
For a perfect?
Yep.
100%ing it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Bonus levels and shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've watched it. It's fucking insane.
I was skipping through it, and there's no way that he's not a robot. Like, some of the shots he
Right.
makes, that you're just like, there's no humanly way
He's
possible.
constantly juggling and bouncing eggs off of everything. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, go watch it if you get a chance. But should we go ahead and move into the gameplay?
Yes, let's jump right into the gameplay. When I got that right?
Boring, boring.
Yes, you got it right.
Finally.
God damn it, I don't need no more critics, Berg. I have to deal with Toby shit.
You got an extra pile of shit on your head tonight, boy.
I'm double dueling Dookie.
That should have been your name.
Will the eggs be considered poop?
No, it's sort of like a combination of like offspring. I don't know.
Are chicken eggs considered poop?
Do you like video games, podcasts, and reminiscing? I'm actor, video game writer, and total sweetie pie, Connor Savage McCabe, and on each episode of Call Me By Your Game, I sit down with a guest for an intimate look at a special game from their past. Did you and your dad beat Spyro the Dragon over the holidays? Or was Halo 4 the one thing that united your roommates during your senior year of college? Stories like these are what Call Me By Your Game is about. From video game content creator Janet Garcia to Hades voice actor Courtney Vinay's, I interview wonderful comedians and game industry friends about these memories. Check us out wherever you get your podcasts, and maybe someday you'll call me by your game.
They're menstruating things, aren't they? So is Yoshi menstruating every time he eats a bad guy? He just menstruates him out? This is what happens here?
Maybe.
Man, I found the clip for the end of the show.
I think you found the clip for the middle of the show.
I think the episode's done. I just put that on loop for the next hour.
Okay. So the buttons in this game, D-pad moves you around. You can jump, and you can jump on most enemies to kill them. Why? You do a lick attack. This will put the enemies in your mouth. If you press down...
Yeah, it will. We just did Toby of that on loop. We'll put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth.
Put it in your mouth. If you press down, you will create an egg. Yoshi will poop out a little
menstruate
egg.
them.
He will menstruate an egg. And you can hold up to 6 eggs at a time, or you can just press Y again while you have an enemy in your mouth, and you can spit it out at another enemy or into a hole or something.
You can hold keys as well, and that takes away from your egg count.
Right. You can press A to aim these eggs and throw them at enemies. So it'll have a little X cursor that moves up and down, and you can press L or R, and this will actually stop the cursor so you can get a direct shot. And if you hold up, you will point directly up. And if you press down, this will cancel the action of throwing the egg. And to throw the egg, you just press A, and it'll throw it wherever the cursor is.
You can bait the eggs as well, make some trick shots, and be all fancy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you're going to have to get good at banking shots and stuff in the later levels.
Yeah, well,
it's an actual mechanic in the game that they make you use.
Yeah,
it's not just do it if you want to and be fancy. No, you have to do that to progress in some places.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to master it, especially for some bosses in the later levels.
So you can jump, and when you're in the air, if you press down, you'll do a ground pound, which can break boxes.
Yeah, I like the sounds of that. Hey, Toby, want to do a ground pound?
Ground
Berg,
pound.
You want to watch and film?
Yeah.
You can also hammer some things into the ground, or
yeah, you can. Just keep feeding me, man. I'll just keep going.
So in this game, there are a total of 6 worlds with 8 total stages. 2 of those being bosses, and then there's an additional 2 secret levels. So there's 10 levels in each.
Oh, did you say secret levels?
Secret. Oh, he said the name.
Roll credits.
That's a secret word of the day. Yeah.
So what's cool about this particular game is that when you start the game, there are 3 different save slots. So we all 3 could have our own save slot and never have to mess with each other's game. Isn't that great?
True.
No, I would still fuck with yours. I'd delete it if I got mad at you.
And I would just copy yours and then delete yours.
I was going to secretly go back to the levels y'all did in 100% and 100% them for you. You'd be like, oh, I don't remember doing that.
You're like the little elf that makes the shoes.
Exactly.
Or the ones that make the cookies. Either or.
Keebler cookies.
So as you play, you can choose the world and go back to some of the other levels because like we said, you can 100% some of these levels to unlock those secret levels.
Mm-hmm.
How do you 100% a level, Berg?
So to 100% a level, you have 100 points, 30 of which are stars, which sort of act as your health, and those can be kind of replenished throughout. There are 20 red coins hidden amongst the regular coins, and then there are 5 hearts with not hearts, 5.
You were close.
There are then
Flowers.
blah, blah, blah. Why can I not think of the name of those things? Flowers.
Daisies?
There are 5 flowers. Those growy, springy things, and each of those is worth 10 points. So that all adds up to 100.
And sometimes you can get the coins, like Shy Guys are flying around with them too.
Yep.
Yeah. And sometimes they're hidden and stuff. They actually look like just gold coins, and you have to collect them, and you'll hear a little noise. You'll hear a little noise to indicate that you got
You hear that?
It was nice, even though they're hidden. The red coins always had like a slightly different look to them.
I'm glad you noticed that too, because at one point I was like, "Wait a minute."
Sometimes if they're hidden if they're by themselves, if they're isolated. Sometimes, like it's sort of like are those regular coins or red coins? But if they're next to regular coins, like there's a slight reddish tint to them.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that they're just different enough.
Yeah, of course. There's an item you can use, a magnifying glass item you can get in those little mini games, and that'll make all the for a level that will make all of the red coins visibly blatantly red. Yeah.
So on that level select area that you got, there's also a controller configuration, and there's a score, so you can actually check on your score as you play. But you know, who's doing that, right?
Yeah, but you're playing by yourself, so it doesn't really matter. Berg cares.
So as you play the game, you're carrying little baby Mario on your back. And like Berg was saying a minute ago, your star counter, it starts out at 10, but that's kind of like your health. If you get hit, baby Mario will fall off of you, and he'll go into a little bubble.
He does not make an annoying sound at all.
No.
You are not rushing like hell to get him back at all.
Well, I remember I was playing this game, and I had Berg and Riku in chat. We were just like shooting the shit and everything, and then Riku's like, I can hear the fucking baby.
Yeah, I think we were playing Pokemon, and you were back there playing through the game for this week's episode, and you just kept hearing it like every 5 seconds. I was like, man, you suck at this game.
Yeah,
it is a dead giveaway that you suck too. Like other games, if you get hit, you just
it wasn't that consistent. Fuck off.
I gotta exaggerate it up for the people. It's like 75% of the time.
Eat a dick, Berg.
When Baby Mario...
Lovingly dick. What was that, Toby?
When Baby Mario's off of Yoshi, that's when your counter starts going down. You can have a total of 30 stars, and that's what you need to help 100% the level. But if it gets down to 0, the bad guys will come and take him away from you, and you
Little
basically
wizard
die.
Fucks.
Yeah.
They'll dive bomb in, but you still have a chance, even after it hits 0, to save him quickly, because they can start carrying him up, and then you can still like lick their asses and save them.
That's the best way to get Baby Mario, is just licking him.
Especially because you got to wonder where that bubble comes from. Like, does he fart it out?
Oh, yeah. That doesn't make any sense now that I'm
I
thinking
think you
about it.
answered
like a
your
bubble.
own self in that question. The bubble comes out.
So the stars will actually automatically refill up to 10. And like I said, max that you can hold is 30. And that's what you need to 100%.
And those are nice. The stars are like the one resource that are somewhat. There's a very specific amount of coins and flowers, but the stars, you have the checkpoints.
Yep.
You can hit we talked about the trick shots with the eggs. They kind of upgrade, and if you get a red one, you can hit an enemy and get a couple of stars that way. There's multiple ways to get stars. Whereas
if you bounce an egg off the wall and catch it again, that becomes a red egg. And I think if you bank it 2 times, it becomes yellow.
No. So if you
first time is yellow,
and the yellow.
Oh, sorry.
The yellow egg will actually give you a coin when you hit an enemy or hit whatever. And then if it is red, that's when you bank it twice off something. You can hit something and get 2. I think it's 2 stars that you get from it.
Yeah, sounds right.
Now, if you get a flashing egg,
Red coin.
That's got the red coin in it. So if you see a flashing Shy Guy, go ahead and eat him up. Because he'll give you a flashing egg that you need. Now, there's a ton of bonus games in this. And usually to get to most of these bonus games, you have to get as many of the flowers as you can, because when you hit the finish line, it's got like a roulette wheel kind of, and it'll stop on either a blank spot or a flower. And if you get the 5 flowers, you have more chances of getting a bonus.
I got sick of getting the flowers at the end of it, man. I'm like, yo,
I know.
Enough of this shit. Like,
Can I skip the mini game, please?
Oh yeah, I had so many items and so many lives. I was just like, I don't care. I don't need this.
Yeah.
So there's a slot machine there's roulette, there's a scratch and match, drawing lots. I don't remember which one that one is. I think that's where you just pick something. Matching cards, flip cards, so you just flip one. And then there's some other like mini games that you can play, and I can't remember how you get to them, but like there's a balloon throwing mini game, there's a watermelon seed shooting mini game. There's so many opportunities to get extra lives and extra items.
You don't need to worry about extra lives.
No.
There's so many.
Yeah.
But at least they have a good like rotation of the mini games.
Yeah.
It's not like too repetitive. There's a nice selection of them.
Right.
I got a hard hidden question.
What's that?
They're going to say I've got a hard on. I was like,
I got a hard on and a hard hidden question. Who changes Baby Mario's underwear?
no
The
one.
diapers.
By the end, Mario was like 850 pounds of just shit.
Yuck.
It's like hammer space in his diaper.
Is he stealing the cloud to like wear his diapers or?
And see that's what happens. He pooped. My theory is that he poops to create methane gas, and that creates the bubble around him when he gets knocked.
That makes sense.
That's my headcanon. So and I'm sticking to it, unless Shigeru Miyamoto tells me otherwise.
You are wrong, Berg.
So from those mini games, you get the power-ups like we were talking about a minute ago. You press start, and you can actually select them at the bottom. Now, some of the extra items you'll get are like extra stars. So there's like a 10 plus stars. There's a 20 plus. There's the red coin hunter thing. And then there's some other power-ups like the green watermelon that lets you spit seeds, or the red watermelon that lets you spit fire, or the blue watermelon that lets you spit ice.
Out of your fucking teeth that has diamonds on it. I'm spitting nice.
I'm spitting fire and I'm spitting ice.
Oh yeah, Yoshi the rapper, man.
Wiki wiki wah.
His album's called Tongue This. And it has his butthole on the cover.
So many eggs.
So
That's the next album. So many eggs just gaping.
So there's these little cubes throughout this game that have little smiley faces on them, and they give you little tips on how to play throughout the game. And some of them are helpful. Some of them you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh. And it'll tell you bank the eggs or whatever, the trick shots like we were talking about earlier.
I learned from Super Mario World that I hate those things. Just continue on.
These aren't as obnoxious as those, though. Like, those, like, I feel like they don't go away as quickly as you want. Like, when you accidentally hit them, you're like, oh, fuck, go away, go away. These actually...
Dude,
Yep.
these
Like you're hitting the
sometime.
well, like it's like you're like pressing the A button to scroll through, and it's like brink,
Yeah.
to the next tree. He's like, no, I'm done. I didn't mean to know that I had hit that button to get tips or whatever. It's like, yeah.
So there's also a power-up for Baby Mario. You can get a star for Baby Mario. And his cute little ass takes off running with a little cape like he's the Mario from Super Mario World. And
Remind me of Captain Underpants, because I have a kid who's 9 now.
It's true. I never thought about that, but you're right. He's very Captain Underpants-esque.
Just runs around in his diaper, fucking Baby Mario's day out.
he can run up walls when he's in this form, and he can do the whole float thing like in Super Mario World with your cape, and you can collect a bunch of extra coins and stuff. Now, Yoshi also has some other power-ups of his own. And
Fuck yeah, he does. My favorite part of the motherfucking game, man.
Tell me about it.
Yoshi turns into motherfucking machines.
He's a transformer, dinosaur in disguise.
Who know, like I love Grimlock as a fucking kid, man. He's probably my favorite transformer of all time. But now that Yoshi's a fucking transformer, it can transform from a dinosaur into a mole, like, digging machine, an airplane, a fucking train. The train's my favorite. I love going up and down the tracks, man.
Yeah.
I'm a derailer after all. Shoutouts.
I feel like it was a missed opportunity. I mean, maybe in like Japan they had some toy, but that would have been amazing if they actually made toys when the game released, like a Transformer where it's like Yoshi, and it would be the different colored Yoshis, but they can each transform one of the different vehicles.
Oh, man.
How
like
awesome would that be?
Because he turns into a car, a submarine. I mentioned the train, an airplane,
A helicopter.
the mole vehicle, the mole tank vehicle thing.
Yeah, he's got several different little forms that he changes into, and each one helps you throughout the level, whether it's digging through something or, submarine.
Oh, the digging kind of sucks.
Yeah, but the trains are fun. I don't know why I get a kick out of the trains a lot.
Trains really fun. Like, I love going up the wall, like learning the tracks and everything. And then the car's a lot of fun too. I'm smiling ear to ear right now, just remembering how much fun I had. Like,
and you just hit a button, just
yeah, and your wheels go up like Inspector Gadget's fucking van. Or a sports car.
Oh yeah. When so that's how you dodge stuff is you press the button and he'll stand up and grows legs.
Yeah, all the axles like stand out and there's legs. It's like, oh my god, this is so much fun right now.
It's so much fun.
So we should talk about all the bosses. Not all the bosses, because there's a ton.
We could do like a 5-hour episode just talking about the bosses.
Yes.
This game alone has so much to try to unpack.
There's so much depth, like. You can tell, like, we're already half mast, and we're, like, not even halfway through the episode right now.
I'm well past that.
But, so there's 2 bosses every, 4 levels. So,
yep.
And all of them are pretty unique and different, and they have little different gimmicks.
Which is fucking awesome, like, mixing up the gameplay, keeping things fucking fresh.
Yeah, and constantly.
The thing is, though, leading up to this, most Mario game bosses had always been,
jump 3 times.
Right. Hit him in the head 3 times, or, there's Bowser's case where in, the first Super Mario Brothers, where it was, run under him and grab the axe on the bridge. And then even really since Yoshi's Island, it's kind of been pretty much jump on their head 3 times. But this one, I played the bosses a million times, but really on this playthrough, I was like, my God, they were so good about just introducing not just forcing, but naturally bringing in hey, here's a really cool, unique way to beat this boss.
Right.
And they're all B-side characters too. They're not main characters that they make into bosses. It's fucking
right.
So good.
Yeah, Kamek comes in and sprinkles some his wizard dust on these little normal enemies that you fought throughout the level, and he changes them into biggie size.
So he's pretty much like Rita. Make my monster grow!
Make my monster grow!
And he pours fucking mollies on top of them, and then they become crazy.
So, one of the levels is a vase, and instead of hitting this enemy, you're trying to push the enemy off of the map.
Yeah, well, he's being pushed by 2 shy guys. You have to avoid his fire that comes out, and he'll also swoop at you as well. We might as well just talk about our favorite ones, because there's so many to talk about.
Which one? Okay, yeah. Which one's your favorite, Berg?
So
we can talk about your couple favorites. Okay. It doesn't have to be just one.
My favorite boss in terms of the actual mechanic of beating them is Naval Piranha, because I loved how that, kind of like we were talking earlier, they make you use the whole banking of the eggs.
Yep.
Because you have to bank them and make them skid on the water to hit his belly button. Plus, he's the one boss where if you time it perfectly, you can actually defeat him before Kamek makes him grow.
Really?
I actually recorded a video. I used that because my playthrough of this for the episode, I used the Nintendo Switch Super NES Online. I recorded myself doing it. But what you can do is if you're aiming the egg when you go in and launch it just at the right time, it'll hit the little piranha plant and he'll pop and Kamek will fly in, and the speech box comes up and it just says, and all taking up the whole thing, says, "Oh my," and he flies away, and then boom, you beat it.
That's actually pretty cool.
It's really cool. And honestly, I did not know about that until a couple years ago. I was like, nah, that sounds like bullshit. And then sure enough, I saw a video of it and I was like, all right, I gotta give it a try. So, I did it. And then my favorite, I think just from a sheer visual standpoint, is Raphael Raven. Oh. Just the way the whole screen just rotates.
Oh, yeah.
I can still remember, I'm actually getting chills right now. I remember as a kid playing that for the first time.
Is this the one where you're on the planet?
Yeah, where you're on the moon and then the entire thing is rotating. In terms of a boss fight, it's a very easy boss fight, and it's probably one of the easier ones, but just from the visual of it alone makes it one of my favorites. And I remember screaming bloody murder because I was so excited. I was like, "Dad, you gotta come fucking see this." I didn't say fucking, but my dad thought he thought I hurt myself or something. He came running in and out. He's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Look at this. The whole fucking screen rotates." And again, I didn't say fucking, but I was like, it was implied. Yeah, kid me me was implied saying that, and he was
You
like, "Oh
really got
yeah,
the fucking belt, man."
he's like, "Oh yeah, it's really cool." But I was like stoked, and it's still one of my favorite bosses. Like I just think that's so cool how they use the mode 7 to make that whole screen rotate, and I loved it.
Goobs, what do you got? What's your favorites?
Oh man, the frog.
Damn it,
What's his name?
The frog's my favorite
Sir,
too.
isn't it just Sir Froggy?
Yeah, I think so.
A nice
Where you get
subversion
swallowed,
of
like,
the
you're
of
in his
the
fucking
thing.
stomach. You got hit his uvula.
His
Yeah.
uvula.
But
Yeah.
you're missing the best part. You have to eat the fat shy guys to make the giant
Yeah,
eggs.
the big eggs.
Giant eggs.
Well, they're
The
not really
stomach
fat
acid
shy
also
guys.
falls
They're
on
normal
you.
sized shy guys because you're tiny. You got shrunk down this time.
Well, that's true. Well, in other levels, there are
Kamek came and shrunk you down. You got eaten by a normal sized frog.
you're right.
I love Yoshi at the end, like after you get pooped out, and it shows the frog laying there dead, and then Yoshi just has this look on his face. His eyes are just wide, like
noticed
what
that
just
too.
happened.
His eyes are just huge.
He's just like,
But yeah, there's other levels where you do get to eat the fat shy guys, and you get
Yep.
these giant eggs. And every time you get the giant eggs, I'm like, yes.
That's amazing.
It's
And
like
they barely
like a
fly, but
pow
then everything
block.
on screen is dead.
But you got any other favorites? Because
The ghost one I like as well.
Yeah.
Which one, the flower pot or the big boo?
The big boo.
Yeah.
Where you have to like face away from him and bank him off the stairs, the eggs,
Yep.
and smack him right in the fucking face and be like, suck it, ghost. Suck my real dick, ghost man.
Yeah, I think my favorite is just the frog one. I do like the one where you're banking it off and hitting the piranha plant in the stomach thing. His what's
Belly button.
They're all fucking great. The bashful one, the first one's awesome.
Where his
It knocks
pants
the
fall
guy's
down?
fucking pants off.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the music?
I love it.
Oh,
I
it's
think
fucking top notch, dude. Sorry,
It's
Bert,
one of my
go on.
favorite game. No, I'm sorry. It's one of my favorite game soundtracks. Like there's not a stinker in there.
No, and there's a bunch of music. I mean,
There is.
this game is just so jam packed with music for each of the levels. Now you do kind of see the same
Sound
scenery.
effects as well.
Yeah, no, there's so
Mm-hmm.
many sound effects. There's so many. Because I obviously play all the sound effects and stuff while during the show, and I found all of them, and there's like 50 different sound effects. I was just like download, and then there was like 40 some odd tracks for the music. There's a ton of different noises in this.
Oh,
game.
yeah.
And then they also have the music where it's slowed down because you get the little fluffy.
Fuzzy.
Much fuzzy, get dizzy.
It sounds all psychedelic. Yeah, that thing. When you get one of those, it'll make you like run all wonky and stuff, and like you're just.
Oh, it fucking sucks, man. You're like punch drunk right away as soon as you touch one of those fluffy. You look like homeless man
found
floating by.
the
And they're
secret
like
is
giving
to-
you drugs.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. No, it's I found that like as long as you can stay in the air, it doesn't affect your flutter jump. But as soon as you hit the ground, you gotta jump immediately. And because I did it when I was playing through this time, there was one point where I landed right on the edge of a platform, and I was like, I gotta hit it, and it was enough, and I just slid, and I was like, shit. So
Yeah, it's
I
fucking
died.
brutal, especially to hit multiples in a row.
I just boom, boom, boom in the air.
You're trying to dodge them the best you can, but they fucking come in quantities, man.
Yeah, they eventually wear off, but it takes a good little while, and then they.
Eventually
Oh,
wear
yeah.
off. Try hitting 8 of them.
Your game is just constantly.
You're
Even
fucked up in
after
real
that
life
level's
from
done, Yoshi hung over, just like Baby Mario's trying to slapping him on the face, trying to wake him up.
So if Yoshi, when he poops out eggs, if he gets hung over and throws up, is it like
whole bunch
are there
of mini
also
eggs?
eggs, or is it like, or is it just the enemy again who's also drunk?
Yeah, no, it might be like the Shy Guys he's eating or whatever else he's eating, just come up just drunk. Oh, fuck you, Yoshi, thanks for the night. And just walks
And they look
off.
down and they're half dissolved from the stomach acid.
How funny would it be if like that's what kind of cured that little motion in there was eating, like trying to soak up some of the drug that you're on.
The more you eat, they kind of. Hey, there's a sausage biscuit. Some coffee.
So we're not-
Bloody Mary, and then you just turn to Invincible Mario.
Then Bill Cosby comes and offers you some Jello. You're like, Nope, not eating that.
You see there, Yoshi, I got some Jell-O pudding pops.
Yeah, but there's so much to this game. There's so many
The
different
musics are
enemies.
fucking amazing. We didn't even talk about the fucking levels, bro.
Yeah, no, we need to talk about the levels because there's a lot
The
of
level
different...
design on this, man. Holy shit.
It's I mean, and there's so many different. They do a great job of giving you it's not just get from point A to point B. Like they have non-linear levels. They have kind of speed running levels. Like there's one, I think, toward the end where it's called Just Move or so. It's that one where it's like all the platforms have the numbers on them and like the whole level is just made of them and the chomper, the chain chomp is coming after you.
I think that's in the 5th. I think it's 5-2 or 5-1 or maybe 4-8. It's near the end of those levels.
Right. But yeah, it's just, there's a huge variety and not just in terms of like how you get from the beginning to the end, but just visually, it's not just like, here's the same background. Like it'll be like all these they have all these wonderful backgrounds, but then there'll be variations. Like here's one that's kind of like blue and sunny. And then here's one that's like sunset. And here's one that's and
they're all amazing pastel like colors.
It looks like they're drawn with crayons.
It's fucking amazing.
Well, and there's also a bunch of cool stuff in the foreground too, in a lot of the levels. I mean, there's a lot of depth to each of the levels, and just great design.
Even the grass and the flowers, like they look so amazing when you're playing this game.
And there are certain parts. Sorry to bring this up, Goose, but there's parts where like there's little birds hopping around.
Fuck you, man.
But that's such a great little detail. Like they're not talking about Goonies, like little white birds, but like they'll be like tiny little like.
Yeah, they're not
3x3, and they're just kind of hopping around, going tweet, tweet, tweet. And they didn't have to put that in, or like there's like some of the jungle levels have like
there's
dragonflies,
there's butterflies
and butterflies, and they don't add anything in terms of the gameplay, but visually that is just it's that Nintendo polish that just you expect it from them, and they always deliver on it.
Well, if you're going to look from Super Mario World to this, you can see that they really took a lot of care and effort while making this game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which was one of y'all's least favorite levels? Like mine, I hated all the ones with the mud. The fucking mud.
Oh yeah, it was like because like ice levels, you're always skidding. This was like anti-ice levels where it's just like you're stuck and you're like.
And those stupid ass monkeys are coming after you, and you're stuck.
Right. I hate that where you can't judge. I'm gonna have to agree with you there, Toby. It's like you're walking, you can't quite get your footing, and then you're like sliding, but you're also not able to move, and then stupid one slides down and starts spitting watermelon seeds, and it's like I hate everything. Just get me to the end.
Yeah.
But didn't it feel so good when you grabbed that watermelon from him and just start spitting the seeds back at him?
That is absolutely true. It's like, take this, you motherfucker. Just fucking take this.
Eat the seeds.
I don't wanna
taste my seed. Excuse me.
Goobs, do you have a least favorite level that you didn't like playing?
They were all kind of really fun. The maze levels really fucked me. Some of them, we have to go through certain parts in a certain way.
Yeah. I've got one specifically I have beef with.
Yeah, is it a 3-6?
World 3, level 6. I spent like 40 fucking minutes.
Which one was that? Because back like when we talked about doing this game a few months ago, I started playing it and then I kind of went on hiatus to about that point. So I can't even. So refresh me.
So there's two paths that you can take. You can take the trees and go to the top of this cave. Like you start outside with all the monkeys and shit, but. The other one looks at you. I mean, yeah, you're like, okay, the trees are there. I could jump on
There's
those.
a whole bunch of bandits in this level as well, and like,
yeah,
you gotta get to the top part. And Toby didn't go to the top part. That's what I'm taking from this.
Well, I went into the cave on the bottom part, and I didn't ever think that I could go back out the cave and go up. So I sat there trying to roll the boulder down the little hill and trying to jump, bounce off of it and get up there. For like 30 fucking minutes trying to get that goddamn key so I could unlock the door so I could move on. And finally I had to watch a YouTube video because I was like, how the fuck do you do this? This is impossible. And
how dumb did you feel after
dude,
that?
I felt like such a fool. And no, but the guy that I was watching, his video.
An April Fool's?
An April Fool. There you go. He actually did the same thing as me. He was trying to roll off the stone and I was like, no way this fucker gets it. And finally... He probably went and watched a YouTube video on how to do it, and then he ended up doing it. I was like, son of a bitch. So yeah, I wasted a good hour alone, probably almost an hour on that fucking level. I was stressing out.
The water levels kind of suck.
Yeah,
the ones where you have to jump over and you got the fish shooting their semen water at you.
Although I will say, Neppy Nut, the big blue guy, he's one of my favorite like Mario villains, just bad guys. I don't know why. I just
Is that
love
the one that
this
just bites you and eats you?
The big one that pops out of the water. He's like on the cover of the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just his name is Neppy Nut, and I don't know why I remember as a kid when I was like really obsessed with this game, I would sit there and like if I was bored in class, I would like draw little Neppy Nuts all over my my assignments, and I wouldn't think about it. And I turn them in, and my teacher's like, "You shouldn't draw doodles all over." So they all over your homework.
Neppy Nut. Pardon me.
So then I would be like, "Here are my blue Neppy Nuts."
Yeah, when they come up and swallow you, take you right under. It's so devastating. It's like,
It's just instant boom. Speaking of, I'm sorry, were you done, Goobs? I didn't want to.
No, I didn't. It was hard for me to think of a level I didn't really like.
So I was going to mention the one, it's toward the end of the game where it's like the great big maze. And it's the one where you have to like go through and there's like a certain sequence of events like you need to like.
Was that the one with all the mini bosses as well?
No, that
one sucked a bunch of dick. I didn't like that one, I guess.
This was the one where it was like you had to complete certain things in a certain sequence where it was like you have to hit the question cloud to make the bridge, so then you can get the seed to land, so then it'll grow up so you can get to the next. It's like you had to do everything in a certain sequence or else the level would reset. And I remember playing it just a couple days ago to finish up the game, and I was like, I don't remember this level. And then like at the very end, I kind of remembered it. And then I remember there was this sick, twisted part of me as a kid that loved speedrunning that level. And I'm sitting there going, what sort of joy did I get out of this as a kid? This one it was like 40 minutes. I was like, what do I do? And I was like, oh, that's right. Like at the very end, I was like, oh, now I kind of remember. But as a kid, I loved it, I think. And then now I'm just like, oh, just get that one done.
I was just thinking, how the fuck do we figure this out as kids? Like besides the Nintendo Power. Like, some of the shit, like, okay, you have to do this. Like, this game is pretty straightforward, but there's some games, like, when we were playing growing up, it's just like, how the fuck do we figure this shit out?
Right. Well, see, this was one of the Meemaw games where my Meemaw would play with me.
Oh, fucking shares to Meemaw.
Hey.
Shares to Meemaw, man.
She just recently, a couple of months ago, got the newest Yoshi game for the Switch, the Yarn. Wait, what is it?
Crafted World?
Yeah,
Yoshi's Crafted World.
She loves the Yoshi games. Like, we played Yoshi's Island together, or Yoshi's Story together. Like, she loves all the Yoshi games and Kirby games. So that's where I got to play all these games. And Meemaw probably helped me. My dumbass probably wasn't figuring out how to defeat these bosses and shit like that.
Instead of you, we should have had me, Berg, and Meemaw.
I know, right? It's not too late. Go get her. I got time.
Yeah. No, she helped me out a lot on this game. So I don't know how much of it I actually beat when I was a kid, if I'm being real honest. But yeah.
One thing that I liked was there were times they would introduce mechanics or like special things just for like one level. Like there's the level where Yoshi skis. And he's even got like special,
level, man.
Right? Mario's got a little special cap on, and Yoshi has skis. That's the only level where you do that. But they made all new sprites and everything. It was like they could have very easily just had you run, or here's Yoshi's sprite, just kind of move. But like they created new sprites, and I think that's just another example of just the special care they gave to this game.
I mean, it comes up in another like one of the bonus levels near the end of the game.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think there is one, and it's been so long since I played the bonus levels.
Bitch.
I probably forgot.
Don't blame
yes,
you.
they are. Yes, they are. But in terms of like the main game, like it was just like, or something like Poochie. I love Poochie. I think Poochie.
Oh yeah, talk about Poochie.
He was Poochie before Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie.
Yeah.
And he's only in a few levels, but I love Poochie. And he's actually become kind of a staple in not just Yoshi games. He was in Super Mario Odyssey a couple years ago.
Yes,
so he's kind of branched out to the greater Mario universe.
Yeah, so Poochie's like a dog kind of character.
He's a dog, but not a dog.
And you basically you can like jump on his back and like he'll take you across stuff that you can't walk across. And if you
He's
Like
indestructible.
lava, water.
yeah, and
He's the best kind of man's best friend because
He's
he
dinosaur's
can't
best
fucking
friend.
die.
Yep.
yeah, he's
For when a
unkillable.
dinosaur is just not strong enough, you got Poochie.
Yeah. Yeah, he's it is great. Now I didn't realize this. I accidentally did a ground pound on him, and he actually will jump.
You
if
ground
do that.
pound the Poochie?
I
Did you
did
hit him in
ground
the
pound.
bussy?
Yeah, he'll do like a really high jump up.
Yeah, and then you can jump off him and get some major air. So, man, there's just a lot of really small mechanics that you don't think about in this game, and then there's a lot of stuff we haven't touched on, like the little clouds with the question mark on them. You'll find secret ones all over the place, and you hit those, and sometimes they have coins, sometimes they have
Staircases.
stars.
There's the there's
staircases.
that. There's kind of only in a couple levels. There are the little puffins that you can get as an egg. They're those little birds.
Oh yeah,
and they kind of act as like boomerang, and they're about the size of an egg, but they'll follow you around and they'll come back to you. They'll kind of like loop around.
Yep.
Like it's only in a couple levels, but it's one of those little extra touches. There's the flower that spits bubbles out, and you can swallow them and spit bubbles out.
yeah.
Like the same thing.
Those
And
spit
I
eggs
always,
as well. Those,
it's
same
like, it's always one of
flowers.
those things where it's like, it's another sort of power for Yoshi. It's kind of, I always thought of it as like Karibo's shoe from Mario 3, where it's like kind of a power up, but it's only in like one level.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, and you know what? They've also got some really neat. I say neat. They piss you off during the time, but when you think about it, like the evil flowers that roll at you. So you think you're about to jump up and collect one of the flowers,
Yep.
but he's got this little shitty grin on his face, and he rolls out of the way and he'll just knock your little
Hey,
baby
it's not
Mario
as bad
off
as the sun from Mario 3.
I don't
That's
know.
true.
It'll piss you off because you think you're about to collect a flower, and then it fucking whoops your
You can
ass.
see the angry grimace on his face. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
but-
I don't want to fuck with that flower.
he's like, hey there.
You sometimes you just go into tunnel vision and you try to collect it, and you're just like,
I want you. No, I don't want you. Stay away.
why was I
I'm
paying
allergic.
attention?
Well, and the game used the FX2 chip. And I remember at the time, the games that had used the first FX chip were Star Fox and Stunt Race FX. And that was more like 3D polygonal, in a 3D space kind of thing. So at first I remember seeing this going, this doesn't look like Star Fox. Does it really use the FX chip? But it did, because of all the scaling and rotation, which was so great. It wasn't just like they could use a sprite and they could rotate it if it was on a hill, or like the whole Raphael Raven level was done in mode 7, where the whole thing was able to rotate.
Right.
And then they did have some polygons. Like there were some platforms that were clearly polygons, but they kind of textured them with textures from the game, so it didn't stick out like a sore thumb. Like, here's this 2D sprite based game with these weird polygons. Like they made it fit, but like some of the stretching and growing of platforms and stuff like that, really, it just like was mind boggling. And not just then, but now, like even seeing it now, I was like, if this game was released today, I would be like, this is a really damn fantastic game.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. This game
it holds its own throughout time,
Yep.
Yes.
space, and time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey guys, Jenny's making some fucking fantastic eggs for dinner.
Oh, okay.
And I think she's lighting them on fire. I don't know what the fuck she's doing in there. I smell burnt eggs, and
Does
I
she
better
know
go check on what she's doing. She
Does
has
she
a
know
Jenny
we're
bean,
recording?
and don't ever cook eggs.
Jeez. I don't. He always has something to do during the podcast. I never understand why.
He needs to plan his time better. But speaking of, I actually have not had eggs in a while, and I kind of want some. Do you mind if I cook some eggs and we can still record you and me, Toby? Is
Yeah,
that cool?
I mean, that's fine. Everyone else.
I was gonna say I don't want to be a complete prick since I'm the guest.
it's
So
cool.
let me just open the fridge. Open up the. This is weird.
What's up?
I have 11 white eggs and I have a blue egg.
Blue egg. Are those like Australian eggs or something?
I don't know. Well, I checked to make sure they weren't cracked when I got them in the store, and I thought they were all white. So I'm going to take my chances against my better judgment, and I think I'm going to crack this blue egg open.
Yeah, crack it open. I wonder.
All right. Here we go.
motherfucker! Ooh, I came out of the egg. Ooh, 'cause I'm a full cock. Ooh, chickens are cocks. Ooh.
Berg, you released the Goobs Genie.
Ooh, hello. We met once before. I'd like to meet you again. Ooh.
We did.
You have a soft face. Ooh, handsome tongue. Ooh.
Since the Smashed episode when I met you, I kept meaning to get a restraining
Ooh,
order.
speaking of Smash. Ooh.
Hey, speaking of Smash, Goobs Genie, have you ever played the Yoshi's Island game?
Ooh. Yes, but in reverse, I shove eggs up my ass. Ooh, and shoot enemies into my mouth. Ooh.
I thought your enemies shot in your mouth.
No, opposite. Ooh.
Oh, my bad.
Pay attention, Toby. Ooh.
I'm
Slim
sorry.
dick. Ooh.
Thank you. I think. So have you've played this game before? Do you have?
Oh, I definitely have. It's the best. Ooh.
Yeah.
Carry on babies on your back. I'm not allowed to anymore. That restraining order. Ooh.
Oh.
I got the wrong one. Whoops. It was for me, not the babies, but I guess maybe it's a greater good thing.
So do you have a cheat for the Yoshi Island game?
Ooh, for you and Berg, yes, I have a definitely cheat. I cheat on both of you together. Ooh.
Hey.
Go on.
Don't judge me. Ooh. In the level select screen, ooh, hold the select button. Ooh, splendid. Hold it down nice and tight. And press XXYBA. Ooh, you get to play free mini games. That's all you want to do in this game. Ooh, get more lives. Ooh, ruin your lives. Ooh, have sex with you two. I'll ruin my life. Ooh,
You know, I mean,
or make it better. Ooh, who knows?
we played this game quite a bit, and we kept getting a lot of mini games to where we were kind of getting sick of them. So I don't know if we really need that.
Oh, you'll never get sick of me. Ooh, I got a dick for 3.
I get sick of you all the time. Berg, are you sick of him?
Yeah, I kind of really want this omelet.
Yeah. Go ahead and
Ooh, I have
wanna
a
get back to my
joke
white
for you
eggs.
guys before I leave.
okay.
What did the eggs say when you walked into the club? Ooh,
Is it go fuck yourself?
I'm lit. Ooh.
Get out of here. That was terrible. Get out of here, Goobs Genie.
Go back to your egg.
Go!
Goobs
Don't
Genie.
put me back in there. Fuck you
Go
both.
back to the carton.
I'll try to lick you.
No. Shut the. Get out of here. Put the carton away, Berg.
I'm throwing it in the trash, and I'm gonna take it to the landfill myself after we get done recording.
You had some bad eggs?
Yeah, kind of smell like bleach.
Yeah, bad eggs. Hey, do y'all want to hear some fun facts?
It's time for fun facts with Toby. Berg.
Bring ha!
Well, it's time for.
How much is this game? You sound like me eating vagina a few episodes ago.
He did it live on the
Yeah,
show.
in the Bible episode.
He was speaking in tongues.
and being a snake handler.
Hey, fuck you.
Your own snake.
This is the game show where Goobs and Berg
That's me.
Oh, that's me.
will try to guess how much this game goes for, and they can be within $5 of the price. So
5 of our American dollars.
$5 American, not Goobs' fake
Loons.
Monopoly money. His loonies and his boonies and his goonies. Toonies.
Booties.
Your toonies. Okay, so we are going to be talking about a loose cartridge, a Super Nintendo loose cartridge. How much do you think it goes for? Goobs, go first because you're just going to price this right, Berg.
He's gonna price this right me now.
Yeah, well, he's the guest, and I don't think that's right.
$17.
17. He's saying 17, Berg. What do you think? You have the advantage being an American and
It's
using
true.
freedom bucks.
I'm gonna go with 30.
30.
I'll go with 30.
All right.
Loosey goosey.
Loosey goosey. This game goes for $27. Berg gets it.
Shit.
Okay. Now, complete in box. This means you get the box, the manual, and the cartridge. It's not brand new, but you have all the stuff that it came in. How much do you think it goes for, Goobs?
Shit. I'm gonna say 87.
87. I like your guess. Maybe. Berg, what what do you guess on this? Complete
I'm
in
gonna
box.
go 75.
75.
So we're both up there.
It
We
goes.
both could win. No, we couldn't.
No, you can't.
Math.
It goes for $70 complete in box. Berg gets the other point. He got both of them, Goobs.
Berg fucking cheated.
Okay,
Maybe.
wait a minute.
No, I
He's
didn't.
American, and this is his favorite game. This is called cheating.
I
I
got
want a drug
Because I
test.
still own my Super NES copy, and I think the box is somewhere in probably my parents' attic.
Of course it is. You're rich now.
But I've never had to look up the price, so I crossed my heart, hope to die. I didn't do it.
So I've got one more prize for you.
Go on.
There's a not for resale copy. It says not for resale on the label. There is
Oh,
no box
shit.
or anything. How much does the not for resale
Oh my gosh.
loosey-goosey copy go for? Because there is no box version of this.
I'm going for 420 dank memes. Woo!
$420. You're saying $420 for the not for resale?
Yeah, well, this is gonna be way more expensive.
Okay. Berg,
I'm gonna go with 5 Benjamins. I'm gonna go with an even 500.
See, I said it high. He went high too.
Okay, y'all are both way too high. Goobs, you know that feeling.
Yeah, man.
Y'all are way too high. Let's
Take number 2. Should we do that, Goobs?
take 2, or do you want me to just give you the number?
We'll try again.
Okay.
Let everyone hear our failures. And then, Berg, you go first this time.
All right, I'll go first this time. I'm gonna go with
Yep.
150.
Okay.
I'm going with 151.
Well, this game.
No, I'll go with 176.
Okay. The not for resale copy goes for $75.
Oh.
So y'all were way the fuck off.
Interesting. I guess does it say anything like was it just like a demo copy or just a random?
Yeah, I think that's more what it was. It was like a demo copy.
Still not too expensive. We've seen demo copies go for way more.
Yeah, we have.
And for way shittier games.
So I didn't grab a whole bunch of fun facts because I knew there was so much gameplay to talk about. But the graphics in this game, the art style was actually hand drawn, and then it was digitally scanned, and then they had to approximate it pixel by pixel. So there was a lot of work that went into making they had to go through 3 different levels to get the character on the screen. So I thought that was pretty impressive.
That's. I mean, especially with at the time, that reminds me of the Sega Genesis version of Aladdin, where they had the Disney animators actually draw the cells like from. It's kind of like it's that same process. So they had to digitize it, and of course, being lower fidelity systems and scanners and everything from 25 years ago, that's all the more impressive.
Right. So Yoshi's Island was in development for about 4 years, which I thought that was kind of insane. And
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking time, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a big company behind it too.
Yep.
now there was something that I was reading that they wanted a game that was more the style of like the Donkey Kong Country series, but they had already started like the art style and they were already in development with this game. And that's why we got the intros that are kind of that 3D pre-rendered kind of Donkey Kong Country kind of style. You know what I'm
And
talking
even
about?
when a Baby Mario gets taken away, you get that 3D, all those little Kamix
Yep.
babies taking them away.
Yeah, so they threw that in there because that's kind of the style they wanted, and then obviously they got this style, which was way better than probably doing something that was similar to that. I don't know if this game would have.
I don't think I like this game. Yeah, I don't think I would have liked it as much if it was like Donkey Kong Country. I like the art style of it.
Yeah,
And like Donkey Kong Country is a great game. I still love it, but it's definitely not aged as gracefully. Like, this is still gorgeous by any standards. Donkey Kong Country definitely can show its age.
If you want to hear more about our thoughts on Donkey Kong Country, go back and listen to our past episode.
Yeah,
So that Yoshi's Island that was ported to the Game Boy Advance is actually called Yoshi's Island Super Mario Advance 3. So
yeah, they were like throwing the advanced out there, like making all different games advanced.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
They had four of those on the Game Boy Advance. On Game Boy Advance, where it was like Super Mario Brothers Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3, and it would be like weird numberings, but it was like 4 random Mario games got released as
a weird Super Mario Advance collection.
Yeah.
Which, Super Mario 1, 2, and 3, which 2 obviously is Doki Doki Panic, but 3 and then Super Mario World carries over the same story. And then this is just the prequel. So really, these games are still the same timeline.
It's true.
But then, the Advanced series, I guess, throws the timeline out of whack. Anyways, so because of the success of Yoshi's Island, we got Yoshi's Story on the Nintendo 64 in 1998.
Oh, fuck yeah, we did. I really enjoy that game as well.
I do too, but everything I was reading was like everyone was disappointed in it. And
I remember being kind of disappointed. I looked forward to it so much, and I think the big thing for me was just the progression was so much more like Star Fox, where it was like you played through 6 random levels and then you beat the game, and it was like, oh, I wanted this kind of big sprawling game where I played through all the levels.
Yeah. So that's really all the fun facts I got. Again, I didn't grab too many just because I knew we were gonna drool all over the gameplay.
Yeah, you got 3 guys with fucking rock solid hard-ons at this point. Enough so a dinosaur and the baby can jump on it while they're rolling down hills.
Yeah, yeah. So, Goobs, what do we do after fun facts usually?
Why don't we let our guest take for this one? What do we do after this part, Berg?
We mother fucking rage.
I'm disappointed in you. It's time to motherfucking rage!
Oh, come on!
So, this is the Rage Meter, where we give a 1 to 10 scale rating of how pissed off this game makes us. Goobs, how pissed off would it make you? What would you do?
I'd take a spiral graph with a knife and just carve it into my chest.
Jesus.
Make like a spiral fucking like beautiful piece of art with a paring knife.
What kind of emo crap
That
is
escalated
that?
very quickly.
Well, no, I
Like I
saw
carved a
a
pentagram.
knife on my table and spiral graph. We know how we do this around here. I see 2 things, mash them up, and off we go. I look like a fucking Mandela.
Oh man. So, Berg, you wanna give us your rage first? What did you rage on this game? 1 to 10.
I didn't rage too much.
Okay.
Just playing through it. I mean, the controls were responsive, so I never had these moments of, oh my god, I can't believe that. There were a few moments here or there where I was like, well, that's bullshit. But I mean, that's any video game I play. Like it'll be the select screen, and I'll hit start instead. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Playing through, just getting from point A to point B. I mean, there were a few. I would put it like it. I would say my rating. Remind me again. 1 is the low and 10 is the high end.
Yeah,
right?
10 is you're pissed
y'all
off
scale.
and you're going to
Yeah.
carve a circle in your chest, apparently.
I would say.
I just snorted. Fuck, man.
I always get mixed. I can't remember if it's the other way, but okay, good. I'm good. I'd probably put it at like a 3 because there are a few levels that are not so much rage-inducing, but they're definitely head-scratchers. Like I was talking about the maze level earlier, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? Or like the stupid mud, which is more of just it's done that way on purpose. Like they didn't do that to be stupid. Like that was there by design.
Yeah.
So I put it at like a 3 because there's challenge.
So like
to
a
it.
fine tip
And-
Sharpie using on your chest. So nothing too
Exactly, but
serious.
like in that way you do it as a kid, where you're like, "Look at this cool design I drew on me." And
have
your
a
mom's like, "We
tattoo,
gotta get the
Mom."
rubbing alcohol out now to get that off." Yeah, I'd probably put it like a 3 now. if I was trying to 100% it, that's going up to a 10. Because that thing, it's not like the future Yoshi games where you can go back. Like if you wanted to, if you beat the level and you only got 3 of the flowers, for instance, those 3 flowers are collected forever. You can get those other 2, but you have to get it 100% on that run. Like if you fuck something up, you have to restart. So
you don't get the baby like, oh well, we kept the 3 flowers that you collected. No, you're getting them all again.
You got to do it all. And I remember years ago when I was a kid, I got 100% on all of the levels. I never got it on the bonus worlds, but I did it in the levels, and there were some very rage-inducing moments. So I'm pulling in from that. I was definitely raging at a 10 trying to do that. So if I'm trying to play it that way, definitely a 10. But if I'm playing through regularly like a normal player would, I put it at like a 3.
Okay. All right. I want to go next, Goobs.
Okay.
I'm giving it a 6.
You go right ahead of Toby.
I'm giving it a 6 because of level 3-6.
Level 316 said I just kicked your ass.
It whooped my ass. It opened a can on me for sure. Running around for 30 minutes trying to figure out what to do to unlock that fucking door had me so fucking mad I couldn't see straight. And then the stupid YouTube video. Gosh, Baby Mario crying.
That's most of my review right there, man. Fuck.
Baby Mario crying will drive you nuts. Getting hit by surprise enemies when you reach the end of the fucking level and you have 30 stars collected and you get that stupid surprise enemy and then now you have 27 and you're like, motherfucker. You would have 100%ed it, but you had to get hit by something that was hiding right there, right next to
Surprise Scorpion?
Surprise Scorpions, yes. And, I do like the length of this game, but I felt like some of the levels were just way too big and way too confusing. You would just go in circles trying to figure out, where am I supposed to go now? And some of them had, like, arrows and stuff like, hey, dummy, go this way. And then some didn't, and you'd just be lost.
Sometimes I didn't trust the arrows. Sometimes arrows you can't trust.
And then your little drug poof ball things that get you. Those they're funny.
You just took all my fucking review, bud.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. But they're funny. But after you've hit like 6 of them in a row, you're like, son of a bitch. So yeah, I'm going with a 6. Goobs, I stole half your stuff. What are you giving it?
I'm going with a 7.
Because I stole some of your stuff?
Yeah, that has a 0.1 to it. I've got to be better than you somehow, so this is the way I do it.
Okay.
So, the motherfucking bandits and motherfucking monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Keep your hands off my fucking baby. There's chains of monkeys flying around this fucking jungle, and they'll grab Baby Mario right off your back and then try to fuck off with them. If you have, like, less than 10 stars on your meter, you better fucking have a watermelon in your mouth or else you're fucked. You're effed up the Yoshi A, man. You're gonna get fucking banged in your butthole. Because you gotta get after that fucking baby as fast as you can. The bandits are cocksuckers. They'll run away with them, too. Unless there's something in the way to block them. You can, like, whip them an egg fast, menstruate on them, right on their face. Leave them all bloody and humiliated. You can't swallow them, because who wants to swallow someone with a menstruated face on? Especially if they have a mask. So, and then, like, you got the fucking water fish that shoot, like, water semen at your face. They're fucking pieces of shit, too. You try to make a precise jump. Bam! Water right in your face. Boom! You're off the map now. Baby Mario's flying around. There's fucking baby Cambrics trying to fucking grab him because they're cocksuckers and take him away back to meet his brother. I guess it's not so bad he gets to meet his brother after all because he didn't really talk too much, but Cambric's a cocksucker. Some of the bosses are absolute dick lickers, and you have to really concentrate on some of the bosses. But then you listen to the music and kind of calm down a bit. Yeah. But it still gets pretty intense on some of the boss battles. Especially the one where you're whipping eggs. The last battle at Bowser where he's coming at you. You have to like aim these eggs like specifically. And if you don't, the ground's going to get broken underneath you. You can't really shoot the eggs where you want to. And that absolutely sunks a bunch of fucking donkey dicks.
Sucks a bunch of eggs.
Yeah, why don't you suck an egg, fella?
So you said a 7?
Yeah, well, yeah. I can go on, but I'm sticking with a 7.
Okay. Well, how about we go ahead and move into
The mazes as well. Some of them suck my anus, pull an egg out of my ass.
So let's move on over to the
Can we get Zen now?
Oh yeah, do you hear that music? It's nice, it's lovely, it's calming.
Refreshing.
So now we're gonna rate this game from 1 to 10 on if we liked it. 10 being we love this fucking game, 1 being it's not that great. So, is it still worth playing? Berg, our guest, what are you giving it?
Oh, totally a 1. Fuck this game. Right in the fucking ear. No, I'm struggling to give this game something because I want to just give it a 10 because it's like in my top 3 favorite games. But
As you're pre-coming while you're talking about it.
Right. Oh God. Hot. But at the same time, like I do want to look at it, and I want to try and look at it from a more critical standpoint because there are things like you all mentioned there are some little design flaws here and there, and I think like with the rage meter, mine was so low because I had this game pretty much ingrained into my fucking head, so that probably eases some of the frustrations with me. Like They probably would have been higher as a kid. So, but it's true, there are a few little things here and there that are a product of its time or they are a little obtuse. So. It's like I want to, like on a personal scale, I want to give it a 10. But if I had to give it like just as a critic, I still would probably give it a 9. I'm going to give it a 9 because while it is not without flaw, it's pretty damn near perfect in my eyes.
That's a good score, man.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's actually my second favorite game of all time. I know it is not a perfect game, but it's pretty damn near perfect. It was great when it came out in 1995. It is still great now to this very day, and it's going to be great another 25 years from now. So I think it stands the test of time. I think it's a fantastic game. I give it 9 Bergs.
9 Bergs up.
Oh yeah.
Goobs, you want to
How
go
many
next?
dicks do you have?
NASA's still calculating that number, but they're all
next,
one. But they're all one atom tall.
I'm gonna raise Berg up at 9.5.
Ooh,
Damn.
This game was like, I know I raged pretty hard about it, but no good game comes without rage. Like, you're invested. If you die so many times, you want to keep persevering through the fucking adventure that you're on, man. I want to see this brother go back to see his other brother, man. I'm invested in this. I'm a fucking dinosaur. I'm running through all sorts of different lands. I'm eating things, shitting out eggs. I'm angling them out, taking motherfuckers out. Because, like, who doesn't like doing that? Like, whoever thought a game about a dinosaur eating fucking eggs with a baby on his back, like, it's pretty difficult, would be this fucking good? Well, it is. The music fucking ties in perfectly to the game. No matter what surrounding you're in, or the atmosphere, the music perfectly goes with that. The backgrounds in this game are magnificent. Like, I wouldn't see anything better that was drawn on like kindergarten's classroom. It's perfectly just like right back in the background there. The boss battles like remind me of something like Shadow of the Colossus. I know I'm reaching here, but they're all unique in their own little way, and they're all fucking amazing. No matter what boss you're fighting, they're memorable. You're gonna remember this boss battle until the next time you play. And just the story, there's not really much of a story, but everything else just ties this game together. It's a beautiful piece of fucking art on the Super Nintendo. I kind of like it more than the original Super Mario World. Yes, I'm saying it. This game's a 9.5. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I think I was pretty majestic and beautiful in my talking there.
I have a very. You gave me a. I'm full mast right now.
Oh, did you finish again?
Yes, I did, and that was just from your speech.
Hey,
so.
this is like the 6th time he's finished since we've been talking about this game. What are you talking about?
I got lots of reserves.
So
He's on that blue chew.
not a sponsor. So I'm gonna give it a 9, and man, this game, it's just got so much variety in the level design, in the enemy design.
Oh, I forgot to add, You can turn into a fucking machine.
Yeah, so much.
That's part of my rating.
So many varieties in power-ups and so many varieties in mini games and the bonus games. Man, you still really get your money's worth in this game, even if
Yoshi skiing. I know Toby likes to ski on weekends, but there's no snow around, so
nope, just two guys.
in the
Tumbleweeds.
backseat of a Corolla.
I do think there's a lot to do in this game. There's a lot of replay value, so you can go back and get 100% everything and unlock more stuff to do. Just trying to collect everything and also trying to finish the level basically perfect with all 30 stars. There's just so much stuff to do in this game. The art style is great. The music is fucking awesome. I really think the only reason it's not a perfect 10 is because I think the story is kind of stupid. I mean,
Yeah, it's one of those games that's easy to learn, hard to master.
yeah. I think it's a great game. If it had a better storyline with it, but you know what? What else are you gonna do to get a fucking baby Mario on Yoshi's back to be hit and then cry off into a bubble and chase him around?
And people still play with that fucking annoying noise. That's why I didn't give it a 10. Oh, I'm gonna punch you, Berg.
Fist just comes through the computer monitor.
I do.
Ow.
I think this is one of the top platformers for the Super Nintendo, and I feel like if you've never played this game, this is up there with Donkey Kong Country or Super Mario World or some of the other classic platformers.
This is one of the top tier games on the Super Nintendo. Let's not fuck around.
For
Yeah,
sure,
by far.
And this game came out later on in the Super Nintendo lifespan as the Nintendo 64 was just on the horizon. So I mean, to put out such a banger of a game right before the Nintendo 64 drops and they drop Mario 64, that's pretty badass. So,
And when this hit, the PlayStation was out. PlayStation was out at that point, so it was going up against 32 bits, and it was looking as good, if not better, than some of those early PlayStation games.
oh yeah,
Fuck yeah. Nintendo kills it, man.
yeah. Nintendo definitely knew what they were doing. At the end of the Super Nintendo life cycle, which is kind of a shame that they started getting games to look so fucking good at the very end of it like that, with Donkey Kong Country and figuring out new art styles and stuff that they can incorporate and stuff. But yeah, I gave it a 9, Berg gave it a 9, Goobs gave it a 9.5. That averages out to a 9.1666666666667.
Who doesn't love sticking their dinosaur tongue up people's asses?
Finish him.
So this is the part of the show where we end everything. But before we go, Berg had a story about a science fair project?
Yes, so this game came out when I was in 6th grade, and we were in science class. We had to come up with something to do for our middle school science fair. And I didn't really know what I was going to do. And these kids from the high school, I say these kids from the high school, they're 6 years older than me. They came in to talk to the different science classes and kind of work on things and help us come up with science fair experiments. And someone's one of the students I was talking to was well, what do you like to do? And I'm well, I like video games. And she was like, what could you do? She's like, what if you did something like the effect of caffeine on video games? And I go, that's not a bad idea. So, myself and, my best friend, Eric, who, is still my best friend, to this day, what we did is I set up an experiment where
Is that Eric from the page, or not the Patreon, from the Discord group?
That is him. That is the Eric that you all know and love.
Oh, shit.
And that I know and love. And, so the experiment was we started Yoshi's Island from World 1-1. And we set a timer for 15 minutes, and we saw how far we could get. Then we drank a can of Dr. Smooth, which was a store brand, one of the many store brand Dr. Peppers. That was not actually Dr. Pepper. Then we would play that same amount. We would set the timer again for 15 minutes and then play it. And then we would wait half an hour, I think, and then we would play that same first start level 1 for 15 minutes, see how far you can get. So then we would take the 3 times to see, are you better? Can you get further in a video game? And we weren't trying to 100%. We were trying to speed run as much as we could. So we were saying, could you get further on the effects of caffeine? And so what my deep scientific, and we did this every day for a week or 2 weeks. I can't remember.
Shit.
This was every day for a week or 2 weeks. I can't remember. We would do it once a day. I did it. He did it. So we had two subjects. And what my deep scientific analysis, the boys at the lab came back with was caffeine does in fact make you, at least in a sort of speed run way, make you play better. However, I think if I remember the results correctly, I did better directly after drinking, like drink it and then play, even though there really isn't any way for the caffeine to take effect that fast.
Caffeine's like marijuana.
Exactly. And then caffeine for Eric, I think, he had the better effect. I think he had the better effect 30 minutes later. And I definitely remember I was never able to beat the first world, but he was able to beat the first world on one of his days. I specifically, because we kept a log of how far we were able to get in any notes or anything like that. And I just remember he goes, I beat the final boss of World 1. So,
that's pretty
there
impressive in 15 minutes.
It was. I could get to that final castle, but I could never get to the boss. However, so I didn't win an award at my science fair, but the day after the science fair, my science teacher was like, hey, I really thought your experiment was really fun and really unique. We each have to pick a student to go to the regional science fair, and I want you to go with this. So I got to go to the regional science fair and show my deep scientific research off, and I still didn't win anything. And I said, "You all can go fuck yourselves. I'm gonna go drink I'm gonna go drink my Dr. Smooth and play my Yoshi's Island." And I gave him all the finger and I walked out.
This does make you Dr. Berg now.
I am.
You have a doctorate in playing video games and Dr. What was it? Dr. Ripoff?
Dr. Smooth.
Dr. Smooth. I have as much of a doctorate as Dr. Mario does. So you can call me Dr. Berg.
I love it. That's awesome.
So that's my.
And you got to play games for school. I'm doing research, Mom. Leave
exactly.
me alone.
That was always my favorite
Slam
thing.
the door, throwing fucking Dr. Smooth cans at
Are you
it.
playing video games in there? I'm doing my homework. I'm working on my project.
I'm doing my homework.
Are you drinking soda? Yeah, it's for home. It's for research.
It's a no soda house.
That's really awesome. That's a really great story.
Thanks for sharing that with us. That was great.
Always a pleasure.
So we have a Patreon that we would like to tell everyone about. If you want to hear some of our extra content that we're putting out, and Goobs, you can go to patreon.com/badsecretmedia. And we've got a bunch of people we have to shout out because they are supporters.
I read them sexually last time.
Yeah.
Should I make them have superhero powers this time?
Yes.
Oh,
super.
I like that.
I like. Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. Fat Shags, the superhero from Down Under. He can throw your boomerang into your wangadang.
Ooh,
Might.
nice.
Hey, Jeff Radar. He's hard fucking and on the radar. And that's his power. He can hard fuck you into submission.
I thought you were gonna say he had built-in radar, but I like yours better.
No, he can find people that are horny and hard fuck them.
There you go.
Ooh.
That's a crazy power.
I need that
Trade
power.
Dishman. He can throw dishes at you.
That's about right.
Well, it's all in the name, right? I'm just going from what I got here.
You ever been hit by a plate?
Plates fucking hurt, man.
Or if it's a paper plate, it'll slice you. It'll be like the Destructo disc from Krillin.
Sometimes paper plates cut worse than normal plates because you get the paper cuts all over.
Yep.
And then he has Salt Boy to come in and pour salt on you after. Angel Sanchez. I think I've already touched on this one last time.
You just go straight for the dirty joke, the dirty Sanchez joke.
Yeah, well, when you're sleeping, he'll pop in with his angel wings and just give you a little smear underneath your nose and
There it is.
go
There
upon
it
his
is.
way. We love every single one of these people so far. And Chris Labe. Chris, he has a very special power.
Yeah.
He can wish anything becomes the same size as his genitals, which is fucking massive. And I'm talking CN Tower right here. So he can just he sees a little puppy walking down the street. He looks at it, boom, big giant fucking monster puppy because he has a huge cock.
Gotcha.
This is one of our patrons, and they're all well hung. Derek Hayes, and like he shoots bales of hay out of his butthole. I don't know if you appreciate that, but like that's a superpower that the world could really need. There's hungry horses out there.
Yeah, like, farmers' animals are going to be like, they're going to be living high on the hog.
Oh, you make a lot of money shooting hay out your ass, man.
As a freak show or just the free hay?
No, you can be a farmer or like you can sell hay. That's all you do. Hay all day, man.
I got ass hay for sale.
Yeah, Caleb drought killed all my hay, but thank you for pooping
Caleb
out
has
the
the tallest hands. His hands can wrap around the world and still tickle your anus.
Yeah.
That's what he's into. He will find all your ponies, bronies, and take them all away because he's an evil man. He's not a superhero. And then, last but not least, Mass Llama.
That's just a superhero name right there.
Yeah, it fucking is. And this guy will come in and do all your furry needs. Dresses up like a llama or whatever you need him to be, and fucking he does the job. This man's 100% guaranteed to finish the job. He's like Batman, but Llama Man.
And those are our patrons.
If you want to get involved in that, if you want me to make some shit up about you in different ways, join our Patreon.
Yeah.
That won't
find that
get the
on,
FBI on your ass.
Patreon.com/Bad Secret Media. And you're actually supporting 3 shows total. So, hey, come support us all. Berg, do you have anything you want to promote?
Sure. Well, I am the co-host on Zing This. So I gotta bring up the singer. I know everyone's favorite Sonic fan. I got to bring him up. He's still yelling at me that you guys didn't have him on Sonic 2. I mean, every time I'm like, "How's it going, Zinger?" They didn't have me on Sonic 2.
Like that was months ago.
You sound quite like him as well.
Get over it. But you can find me on the Zing This podcast. You can find that online at Zing This. If you want to follow me on the social medias, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Eric Berg, ARICBERG. And I have a little channel on Instagram that I sometimes update. I'll go months without doing it, but then I'll get on little waves. But it's called Backlog Berg. And originally I kind of made it sort of as a, hey, here's some screenshots I take as I try to make it through my massive backlog. And now it's just sort of video game related things. But with Animal Crossing on the horizon, on the new horizons, I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures. So it's probably just become an Animal Crossing log of just pictures I take throughout the thing. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Cool. Goobs, tell me about some stuff.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at GoobsWN. And you can follow my show, The Derailers, with my wonderful wife, Jenny Bean.
Hey.
With my wonderful wife, Jenny Bean.
That's me.
And my best friend, Ripkin. We jump on a train, run it off the tracks, and we pick a random topic, do 2 minutes of research, and just improv the shit out of the train ride. We have a lot of fun doing so. And we talk about a horse with a fucking soldier brain in it. They say. A bunch of other shit, too. And Keanu Reeves.
And Keanu Reeves.
Toby, you good, sir.
Yo, you can find me on the Instagram, on the Twitter, at Toby Von Doom, dog. I have a YouTube, Toby versus Telemarketers. I talk trash to telemarketers and harass them for harassing me.
Radical.
Radical. I also do the Secret Transmission podcast where we take a satire look on spooky conspiracies, serial killers, and we have new episodes coming out very, very soon. So go check it out on all the major podcasting platforms and on Twitter and Instagram at Secret Transpod. But more importantly, go follow Secret Levels on Twitter and Instagram at Secret Levels Pod. Follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group that you can join and chit chat with me and Goob's wife about all kinds of fun, silly willy video game related stuff. And Goobs,
Do you want to do it with me?
I would love to talk about a little thing called Discord.
Motherfucking Discord! Berg is on there. He's one of the big guys on there. You know, you hear a couple more of these people throughout the month. And, yeah, come talk to Berg, talk to me, talk to Toby somewhat. Talk Talk to the Jenny Bean as she's looking like a fucking crab in the hallway, doing like crab hands at herself.
Crab people.
Don't flip me off.
Oh, that's a flip up of love. No, Discord is a lot of fun. Like it really is. We play a lot of Smash. We play a lot of Pokemon. We do Pokemon raids.
And we're never playing Animal Crossing.
You speak for yourself. You're going to play and you're going to make your penis shaped island and then never play it again.
So our Discord's getting pretty international. We've got people from all over in this group. It's pretty incredible.
We definitely do. It's pretty awesome. I love our little community.
Oh, it's yours now.
Well, you barely show up, so.
But yeah,
I got the gene. I put your two names together, Jenny Bean.
Now you can find the link to that in the show notes. So if you want to join in and chit chat with us and everyone else that listens and plays with us, go join it. And if you want to support the show, you can leave us a review on iTunes. We would really, really, really love that.
We'd fucking love that so much.
So much. And
Toby
then
would put your balls in his mouth.
I would. And I'd even...
Your Pokeballs, of course, not sexual.
I would put your pokey shaft in my mouth, too, if you go to TeePublic. Tell them about the TeePublic, Goops.
Go to tpublic.com/users/secret levels and pick one of her beautiful t-shirts. Toby will put your beautiful shaft in his beautiful mouth.
There we go.
And you can put one of these beautiful t-shirts on one of your beautiful chesticles.
Yes.
Can you put it on your shaft if you want to?
Well, you can order towels, I think.
Ooh.
Or is there secret level socks you can get off that site as well?
They're called secret levels beat meters.
Jen just said "ew" from the background.
Meat beaters, but I said it backwards.
Secret levels meat beaters?
I thought it was called beat meters and was like a clever, quote unquote, clever take on meat beaters. But
The
no, it's
secret
just
level beat meters. What kind
How
of
hard
meter
do you rage?
Trademark.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have those beat meters out next fall.
Jen, stop sewing us some beat meters. Pardon? Meter beaters? No, none of us have a meter. She said that's wishful thinking. Come on.
Yeah, Berg, we appreciate you coming on, and
Thanks for joining us, man, on this chaotic ride full of eggs.
Yeah,
and
thanks for
licking
having me. That was a treat. It was a treat like you get in the center of a Kinder Egg that they don't let us get in the U.S. anymore because of choking hazards. This was the choking hazard I was pleased to experience.
Game over, folks.